Hey there, welcome back guys. In this video we're going to be experimenting with the Avata 1. That's right, Avata 1, our red-headed stepchild. We have not forgotten about you. It's been a while. Don't worry, don't feel neglected. Don't worry, don't feel neglected. It's been a while since I've done a video on this one. Yeah, so without any further ado, let's get started. It's still a great drone, still built like a tank. Kids use it, they crash it, and it's still in one piece. They're not flying. Well, actually, there's a video that you'll see that was shot a couple of weeks ago of one of my daughters flying the Avata 1. But, my heart was like, I was in panic mode, like, don't crash, don't. She's pretty good. She's, she uses the motion stick, but she's more confident and brazen and not afraid to do anything. So I have to like whoa, slow down, don't do that, whoa, so it's like what, anyway, so without any further ado, let's get started. This is for those that have this remote controller. It still works. You're not going to see any difference except maybe like a frequency thing. I didn't see any difference if you fly like me, but if it all depends on your expectations. You might see a difference and you might run out and need something more. The only difference I see is that this, still has the antenna there, and the other one, it's like it's built in, it's flush, it's streamlined, it's sleek, it's like minimalist. But if you fly like me, you're not going to see the difference. And then we're going to use the Integra goggles. Okay. So knowing that, moving forward, high data USB-C cable, which will go into your phone. The same should work with the Android. I'm not sure if the Android users have to wait for that boom, that ding. But for me, I do. And if it doesn't happen, then you're pretty much shit out of luck. Knowing that, moving forward, you'll probably get. I'll show you what I see, so that whoops, have to plug it out because I keep getting an error. So you'll know what to do. So remember this, we're going through the steps. We're not jumping anything, making it like a TV commercial where they just show you the best parts. If things didn't glitch, you would have nowhere to click and we wouldn't exist. Kind of rhymes, right? Welcome back to everything that glitches. So you might see this, and what you'll do is you'll turn on your goggles. Then that should make that disappear. See, voila. And then what you're going to do is, now that your goggles are on, you might want to make sure it doesn't go into that mode where it gives you like X amount of seconds to press OK before it shuts off again. And then you want to update both remote controllers because you might want to try manual today, or you might do the locomotion today and manual tomorrow. Okay, so knowing that, moving forward, we're going to turn on this. Remember, this is don't drop anything. This remote controller, and so what we're going to do is also turn on the drone. Okay, the Avata 1. And then everything should sync. Now this is for those who have already have the existing platform and are curious how it's done. So we should hear a beep beep. Remember, that takes a little bit of time. So in the meantime, we heard 2. That means both sunk, and you can tell when your goggles have sunk when they're not flashing, and you can tell when your DJI remote controller has sunk when the lights are solid green. I think I should just put it on because the last thing you want to do is drop it. Yeah, spoke too soon. And I could put these on my head. Ideally, a longer USB cord could work, but that's okay. So knowing that, moving forward, we're going to launch the DJI Fly application. Remember, we got everything connected, and you have everything connected when you see this black screen. See that? We're golden. And then you can click Go Fly if you're not sure. That's what I was talking about. There. And you can see that we are aircraft in low power state, 18 hours left, whatever. And so now we can just go back. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go to Profile. Okay, and then you go to Settings. Now with everything connected, right? Update firmware. That's it. That's all you're going to do. Just update firmware. And then it's going to say it's okay. Then you do the same thing for FlySafe database updates. See, everything's up to date. But you're going to have a different experience. You're going to see update this, update that, and you're going to update everything. And then you're just going to double check and press that update button again so that you make sure this is updated. And then once that's done, right, you can turn you probably turn this off, right? And you know that we're connected to this. If you go to go fly, and if we lift the joystick up, we'll probably get a remote control error. Or we should be able to see our mode. See sport, manual, and you can only start the motors. Put it over here. Make sure there's nothing underneath if you want to do a motor test. So put it right there because things will blow. So you can only start, you can start your motors, and we know we're connected. Let's see. Make sure your throttle stick is down because it's DJI. So sometimes you don't get the error message you expect to see. Like, let's say, for example, if this was a regular FPV drone, right? Here, I'll show you. I'll just disconnect this right here. So if this was a regular FPV drone, if you put your throttle stick up, you would get an error. But since it's DJI, you're good to go when you're not good to go. So knowing that and moving forward, check your throttle stick. And like we say, welcome back to everything that glitches. So knowing that and moving forward, in the perfect world, this should start up and not fly up, right? So 1, 2, take a deep breath because you never know with DJI products. All right. And just feel like my hand there like that. Huh. There we go. It started. And then the kill switch. Just don't do that in the air because, it could land on someone's head or even worse on someone's car. Oh, this is just emergency. Or if you're really good, you can fly. For me, when I'm flying, I just do it in normal mode. And then I do the kill switch just by pressing the throttle down. So knowing that moving forward, we know we're connected. And then we're going to disconnect from here, right? And then put this down. And now we're going to look for this little guy here. This one. You can put it like this. I like to fly with it like that. You put it however you want. But just in case, like, oh, I dropped something. I need to fix this. Oh, I need to catch my phone. Like, you pretend like you're, like that. Like, really good. All right. And so here we go. Turn that on. All right. And now it should sync. If it doesn't sync, that's okay. We can resync everything. All right. And then we'll go back on the phone. Because what happens is if you go to go fly, sometimes you have a connection guide. See, we have a connection guide instead of go fly or camera view. And then you see, it pops up. So we go, this is motion controller 2. Know your motion controller, because if you don't, worst case scenario is that you'll probably just try them all until yours clicks in. And you hold down that button until it starts to beep. To relax. Trouble linking. Click select pair. Oh, I heard that. That's a good sign. There. Took a little bit of time. I was getting a little nervous there. I was like, wow, no. We're not going to cut out any parts. Remember, they do that on TV with the commercials. They cut out the best parts. I remember one time we filmed the TV commercial. We got to the site on 6 in the morning, and we didn't leave until like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night for the final scene. And all that was for a 30-second clip. But we won't do that here. We'll show you everything so that you will know what to do in case it glitches out. So you see sometimes at the last minute, at the final hour, it'll go beep beep. So just hold off. Don't rush. So now we have that. So then now what you're going to do is, right, we're going to go back to profile again. And then you're going to go into settings, right? And then update again. And then update again for the other one, checking version. All right, so that while that's doing that, and you'll get an update. Update it, let it push, and don't rush into the DJI 2 until you know that you're sunk again. Everything's sunk here, and then shut everything off. See, it's still checking version. So you could sit back, relax, I don't know, grab a coffee or something, and just wait, call your friends and say, hey, what's up? What are you doing? I'm just updating my drone. You're that guy, right? You're what? All right, so it's good. You're updated, everything's good to go. And now we can shut it off. We're shutting this off. And then we're going to shut off the DJI AVATA because now everything is updated. And after it updates, you just check and make sure that it actually did update. Because if you saw my live stream of me updating it, it said, please contact DJI for support. And it had actually updated, but there was an error. Anyway, so now we're done with this, right? So now you want to see, we'll probably do this one first. You got your AVATA 2, and remember to update this. So the same process with this, just make sure it's updated. It's a little bit wonky. Hopefully you have a better experience than me. I'm not going to lie and tell you it was a nightmare. Actually, it was. So knowing that, moving forward, now that it's updated and things are wonderful and beautiful. All right, so now we have here, it's on. We're going to quit the DJI app just to refresh it so that we have a more streamlined, fluid experience. And then turn this on, okay? And then, oh, got to take off my glasses. And then now that it's on, let me just see what's in here. Okay, good, no image, no transmission. So what you're going to have to do is in your goggles, let me just see something. See if you can see what I see. No, you can't because the drone's not connected, but I'll show you how to do it. I have to do it from here. You're going to go into status and then go into switch, and then you see it says DJI AVATA, but what you're going to do is go down to the bottom, right, and scroll. Don't worry, I'll show you guys. And then AVATA 2. Okay, I'll show you this again so you can actually see it, so there'll be a repeat. It's like, what, again? That's all right. So now it says it's switching. So we should hear a beep beep, but we may or may not. We just turned this on. Remember, it's switching. The technology is different inside my head than the one that I'm wearing. So we just wait a little bit. It says DJI AVATA 2 detected, but that's not the one we want. And then what we can do is, like, if you're having this problem and it doesn't work, make sure this is connected like this. And then we go to the connection guide. And we go here. See, it says AVATA 2. See, and then we just follow the directions, plug the battery in, hold the power. Okay, so we just do that. We just follow the directions. Wait a little bit, maybe on the last. Okay, take it out. Put it in. Now it's starting up. See? And then we'll just follow the prompts as it says unable to connect to aircraft. It should connect because remember, we updated everything. So I don't know why it's giving us a hard time. Click pair. Just go here. Do you hear it beeping? What's beeping? It's this thing. So then what we'll do is we'll just go here. Press the button in the back, right? Like it said. See? And now it's flashing after we press it. See? And it did it. And now it should be paired, except, you know, this thing hasn't caught up. Or it did catch up and just crashed. Yep. It just crashed. That's it. All right. So now knowing that, moving forward, that might happen. All right. Now we're just going to go here. Give me a second. Whoops. Voila. See, we are there. So now it's connected, but, yeah, and this isn't connected. See? But that's okay. It'll walk you through the process. So then we go there. See, it knows. It knew what we wanted. What did you want? Would you like the Pro controller, or would you like the local motion controller? I'd say the motion controller too, right? So I do that. Similar steps, just hold down the linking button, which is the power button, until everything starts to flash. It's flashing now because it's not connecting, but if you hold it down, it's going to flash faster. See, by holding that, and it goes like that. Okay, and then we just wait. See, press motion controller power button. See, and then trouble linking, of course, and then click pair, and wait a little bit. See, I heard it. Whoops, but it's just catching up. There's like a delay. See, it takes a little bit longer, but now we're connected. It's successful. Now for this, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna say I don't want to unbind it because then you get that error and then this and that, and this is not going to be my go-to. So I'm just going to press cancel. You decide which one is right for you. You know, for you, most likely you might change bound device or unbind devices, and I don't want to unbind anything. But in this case, we'll probably just see an error. All right, there we are. All right, make sure. See, not using bound device. I can live with that. And that error is only in the goggles. I don't want to rebind anything. So now, make sure the area is clear. Might give off more wind than usual. Yeah, why not, right? I mean, we're here. No big deal. Nothing bad will happen. It's not like the FPV drones, like the Pablo Pico series that I was doing, where everything would just fly all over the place. All right, so we'll just do that. So to start it, it's the same thing. I flew it outside. I didn't see any big of a difference, to be honest with you. Except maybe I felt more. My hands are bigger. You know, see. But if you've never flown the Avata 2 with its motion controller, you're not going to miss anything. The only thing I did notice was like some penetration stuff happening, or whatever signal strength. So we're going to double tap, double check. Wait. See, we're in normal mode. And then hold that down. Look around. Because sometimes, I don't know if you've noticed, sometimes with the Avata, when you start it and you hold the launch button, it'll just go, and thankfully you're holding it at the time, otherwise it would go like 100 feet in the air. In this case, I hope that doesn't happen, but and then you just hold that down. And it should go up. See? Voila. Wow. Kind of cool. Yeah. And you can put your goggles on. Really neat. You can fly around. And then we'll just land it. Oh wait. Huh. Interesting. I noticed that when I did like that and like that, it was spinning. I don't remember. I remember this remote doing that. I have to double check that with the other one now, but we'll find out at the end of this video. Because I remember when here, I'll show you. You'll just watch and see. By default, the Avata 1, if you put it down like, hey, I need to do something, it would just keep spinning in that direction. So it looks like it took that feature with it. Because I don't recall it doing that with the other one. So let's double tap. And then let it launch. And then if I say, hey, hold on 1 second. See, it just keeps spinning. Interesting. I don't remember that with the Avata 2, but we'll check it out. So anyway, now we're going to just test out the other one. Just shut it off. That's it. It's really interesting. And that's what that's what's really cool about the Avata 2. No matter what position you're in, I don't recall the thing spinning around. All right, so now we have here. Again, we're going to turn it on. It's on. Most likely, it's going to get see. We're back to. Oh, you can't see. Now we're back to the connection guide because it's like, hey, I don't see the remote. So now we just go to, and it knows, so which is really nice. See, I want, what am I going to fly with? And number one, I don't know. Anyway, so knowing that, moving forward, same thing, tells you to put joystick things on, connecting, so we'll just do that, right? Hold down the power button until it starts to flash or beep, see? And then it says linking, but most likely it may or may not link. See, looking for it, looking. Remember, I did it on the midnight hour. And then we just click troubleshooting, so we get that pair button, and then it'll work. It takes about 60 seconds. Last time I did, I think at 40. I heard a beep. If you hear something lingering, then that means that you may or may not have gotten it. But it's down there, so it should. See? Usually, sometimes the beeps are in sync. You hear beep, beep, and then 3 seconds later you hear beep. But in this case, I heard it, but then it just took a while to catch up, which is fine because at the end of the day, you just want to make sure it's bound. See, that's it. And now we have here, let's say if you want to take off in normal mode, not using bound device, that's fine. Make sure these switches work. Remember, you can't launch unless you're in M mode, which is a good thing. And then we switch our mode. See, sport. I don't really do sport much. And then we have manual. And if we want to launch in manual, now you can. Except it has to be down, right? And now starting motors, and then kill switch. Just don't kill it in the air. Panic button, panic. You'll get the hang of it. But in this video, we're just gonna see, and then actually no, not in the house. Sport, normal mode. Yes. So double check, because this is probably what's happening to a lot of people. Like, oh, it's so cool, I got an FPV drone, and then they put it in manual mode, thinking that they can fly it like a tele drone or some other drone, and then next thing you know, you're like, oh, what's happening? The drone is growing everywhere. Oops, I have accidentally started it. And then you're just like, I remember that happened to me, and I brought it back to the store, and I was like, it's broken. It just flies all over the place. Like, no, it's not broken, my friend. It's that's acro. Like, what? I said I thought it would just fly. Like I could drive it like my car. Like, nope. Yeah. So knowing that, moving forward, when you start it, make sure it's an N and not in sport either, because that could be too fast for some of you. Okay. All right. So then we're gonna see. We're using this one. That's so cool that you can use this one and not have to, waste your money on another one. But if you want that range and other stuff, upgrade. But if you fly like me, you're not going to see the difference. And then we'll just bring it up. See? Why? And then you hold it down. As long as you hold the joystick down, you're fine. Just grab your bearings. Remember, find that center point. Otherwise, it's just going to keep going up. And that's it. And that's how you connect these, save your money and buy something else and use your old remote controller for the AVATA 2. And remember to update the AVATA 2 before you can have this experience. So you would just go here, same thing as usual, different splash screen. I think before they were showing us the desert. Here we have here, and you just go to settings and update firmware, and then update, and that's it. Voila! Hope you guys are having a really good experience, and kudos to you for having waited for this to happen, because now you only have to make one purchase, which is for your drone only package, because if you can fly with this, you can fly with this, then you can fly with that. Anyway, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.